G'day cobbers. So today I wanted to do a more or less a recap video on everything that I have not recorded. I haven't been recording the last couple of days because it's been very windy and a lot of rain, and in a tin shed it's just not good for videos. So for the recap today I'm going to be doing weights. So I've got some kitchen scales here, not very accurate, but at least we can get some sort of reading from them. So the only thing I'll point out is the R means almost raw, whereas gold, obviously there's a lot of copper, silver, probably not silver, but tin, all that sort of stuff in there. So I haven't put an R next to that because it's not a raw form. Like, that is completely brass. I'm not sure about the plug ends, but they're definitely brass, but I think they've got a zinc or tin coating over them. Also motors, that would be another one that I could write on the list. And that's not raw, I suppose, in a sense. Transformers as well. Got a few of them. I could even get this copper band off here, and that could go into copper just to further process that. These are all the transformers that I couldn't more or less crack into. So they're all going to be transported away and put to their proper storage. Alright, so a bit of a recap. Over here, I ended up getting a hold of 4 CRT TVs, the old school style, and I cracked into a couple of them. I've still got 2 big ones sitting here that haven't even been touched yet. I wanted to leave those ones for the videos. Also a couple of flat screens. Believe it or not, this big one here actually had so much in it. It had about probably 6 boards in it, and each board had at least something that I could recover from it. So it was definitely a win with that one. It was probably about 60 kilos, and now it's about probably 40 kilos. So I got roughly 20 kilos of stuff out of it. So that was definitely a good win. Those little ones there, they generally don't have too much. I think that had 2 or 3 boards in it, and a handful of set-top boxes and DVRs and all that sort of stuff, VCRs, DVD players. So today I did a pickup and got 2 microwaves, so I'll probably do a video for that quite soon. And another VCR that I must have forgotten about. I've had a look inside, and it still looks like it's got the motor and everything in there, so I'll pull that one apart and make sure I haven't already cracked into it. But anyway, we'll make a start on doing some weights. So hopefully you can see the scales there. If not, I'll zoom in editing anyway. Excuse me. Alright, so I suppose we could start off with brass. So that's zeroed out. I'll just make sure we can see that. Yep. Okay, so we'll get our brass. And what's that? That's 335 grams. Uh, 335 grams. Excellent. We could do our little silvers. That's not going to be much, but it slowly adds up. try to get those more centralised. Alright, so 51 grams. And this is really the first weigh up that I'm doing, so it's all just to see what I've got so far from what we've recovered. We could do, yeah, we'll do some gold, I suppose. We'll take that one off. I'm not going to worry about weighing those chips, that's pretty pointless. So that is 20 grams for that, but anyway, we'll, okay, that's just easier if I do that. Alright, so 41 grams for our mixed gold, so I'll do this small so we can add them up. So 41 plus, I'll show you what I mean by mixed. Where are we? I'll just restart this so I can put the light on. Alright, there we are. So that's our mixed, a lot of pins, all plated stuff, but more or less in a sense that it's just unorganized, if you will. So little Ethernet pins and stuff like that. And this one is what we've recovered from ram sticks and such. Bits off like that. So we'll weigh that one up. 8 or 9. Okay, so 8 grams plus. And now our CPU pins. So they're just pretty much gold with, I suppose, solder on them and whatever's inside. And 9 grams of that. Okay. So I'll do the math for that later. We've got, oh, it's 58. I thought I'd be there for hours doing that. It's probably still wrong, but no, 58, okay. Not that one. And the reason I'm not doing the chips is there's just so much dead weight opposed to what gold is actually in there. So that's 96. I would highly doubt there's even 0.1 of a gram worth of gold in that. But anyway, we'll go to possibly our motors now. So I'll zero this one back out. There we are. We've got the same one here. Yeah, throw them in. Excuse me. So that's 1.9 kilograms. So we'll just write 1,914. Motors 1,000. Double check 914. 14 grams. Excellent. There is also another motor here, I may as well weigh that up. So that's 1.3, so plus 1.3308. I'll work that one out later. Transformers, get that 0, good. Alright, so 2.9 kilograms. Where's that? Didn't even do that one, but we'll put that in. Trans 2916 grams. Excellent. Alright, so aluminum, we'll get that out of the way. Might be a little bit here, so I might have to half them. Excuse me, aluminium. I remember a lot of people at work used to go off at me for saying it like that. I just say whatever's easier. Just make sure we're not going to go over our 5 kilo limit for the scales. Alright, so we'll do it there, 34.38. A lot of things in there that shouldn't be in there, but that's alright, we get that. Very dirty container, but anyway, 705. Okay. And now we'll do our standard copper. This is the bright, shiny stuff. So no lacquer, none of that. Pretty much just pure copper. That's zeroed out, good. About it. Alright, so 930, yeah, we'll go 930. And now our burnt copper. So this isn't all burnt copper, it's just more or less very what I would call dirty copper, so lacquer on it, little bits of sticky tape and even felt like a felt coating around that one. So when it does come to melting this down, I will be melting both of these separate, because I know this one is going to contain a lot more impurities. But anyway, there's a little bit more in there, but that'll be alright. 1575, beautiful. Well, yep, that'll do. Excellent. Alright, so I'll stop the video for a sec, work out what we've got, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I ended up doing some quick research just to get some average prices around the area. Of course, a few things I couldn't get, like motors and all that. I'll have to go to my local scrapyard to find out that exact price. So a few... may as well go over it. So we ended up with 58 grams of unprocessed gold, I would call it. So a lot of that, honestly, I doubt I'd see even a gram of gold after that's all processed. So quite irrelevant, that one, but I just wanted to weigh up what I had so far. Brass, we had 335 grams. That's roughly about $1 in scrap value. Our silver, that's also rather unprocessed, so no point getting a price on that for that weight. Copper, we ended up getting clean copper. We ended up getting 930 grams, which is roughly about $5.60. Burnt copper, we had over 1.5 kilo and ended up with $7.80 in scrap value. Where are we? Aluminum, we had 4.1 kilograms. We ended up with about $5.10. Again, that's an estimate. And I think that's about it, yeah. But anyway, with our transformers, we had almost 3 kilograms of that. So not a bad effort for maybe 1 or 2 weeks of, I would say, light scrapping. Where I live, it's actually illegal for people to put waste out on the front, because there is no scheduled pickup for that sort of stuff, only bins and stuff of the sort. So hence why a lot of people will just throw out e-waste these days rather than taking them where they should be, but that's a story for another video, I suppose. But yeah, definitely quite excited about the progress we've made. Just organising everything and all that. For me, honestly, it's not about the money. I'm doing it purely as a hobby at the moment. But of course, anything that I can melt down, I will. So my brass, aluminum, or aluminium, however you'd like that to be pronounced, and both buckets of copper will be melted down. Whereas stuff like transformers, these are at a stage that I can't further process them, as well as motors. It's just too time consuming to crack into all these cases and get the little bit of copper out that's in there, and other metals also. But Yeah, I've also got batteries that there's no value in that at all. I've got a drop-off point that I am going to go to quite soon, and they just take them for free. So at least it gets them out of my hands, and they're going to the right place that they should be, not into landfill. I also got a bit of this, I think it's brass, tin-plated brass or something, out of the TVs. I'm not too sure about them, so I just left those aside. Also, one thing I should have mentioned, whoops, I've started collecting MLCCs, so even, I think that's a gold band crystal oscillator. Not too sure. A lot of these things I'm still learning. But as time goes on, I'm learning more and more, so that is also the part of the fun in it. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.